Welcome to the next session of the chapter Abdul Hamid. Earlier we were discussing about Abdul Hamid, who was a great Indian soldier. He joined the Indian Army in December 1954 and was posted to 4th Grenadiers Regiment. Dear students, he also received Paramveer Chakra Award for his bravery during Indo-Pakistan War of 1965. So Abdul Hamid was a great Indian soldier. He was a company quartermaster Havaldar. A Havaldar is a rank, a position in the army which is equivalent to a sergeant. So let us discuss the chapter in more detail. Abdul Hamid was born on 1st July 1933 and died on 10th September 1965. Today, we are going to discuss his participation in Indo-Pakistan War of 1965. He was born to Sakina Begum and Muhammad Usman in Ghazipur district. So let us discuss the chapter. This is class 8. Mr. Verma, the class teacher, is telling the class the story of Abdul Hamid. It is the story of a brave soldier named Abdul Hamid. He was a company quartermaster Havaldar in the Indian Army. He was a very brave soldier. He fought in the 1965 war between India and Pakistan. So he joined the Indian Army in December 1954 and was posted to 4th Grenadiers Regiment. So students, Mr. Verma is discussing the story of Abdul Hamid with his students. So let us discuss the chapter. Let us recapitulate the things that we have learned from this chapter. Fill in the blanks on the basis of your reading of the story in the previous class. You have to find a suitable word and you have to fill these blanks. India was fighting a dash against Pakistan in 1965. The Pakistan Army reached a dash named Chima. The brave Indian soldier dash was waiting for the Pakistani army with his company soldiers. The Pakistan army had dangerous and powerful dash. They were firing continually. Abdul Hamid was sitting in his dash. He had a dash. He aimed at the dash. Abdul Hamid was a dash. The Pakistani tank got hit and caught dash. It made the Indian soldiers very happy. So on the basis of your reading the chapter that we have done earlier in a first session, you have to answer these blanks. So take some time and fill in the correct answer. Let us learn some new words. The first word is burst. Burst means to explode, break apart completely, to outbreak. The next word is wounded. Wounded means injured, especially in a battle or a fight. To get injured or to get hurt. Next word is lose heart. Lose heart means to get disappointed, to become discouraged. Then is fled away. Fled away means to run away or ran away. Posthumously. Posthumously means after the death of a person, after the death of the originator. So these are some of the words like burst, wounded, lose heart, fled away, posthumously. These words will be helpful in understanding the chapter in a better way. So students, learn these words that will be helpful to you. Let us find the answers now. So on the basis of your pre-reading, as we have already discussed these blanks, now we are going to fill the correct answer. India was fighting a war against Pakistan in 1965. So the word is war. The Pakistan army reached a dash named Chima. So Chima was a village. So Pakistani army reached a village. The brave Indian soldier Abdul Hamid was waiting for the Pakistani army with his company soldiers. So who was waiting for the Pakistani army? The brave Indian soldier, none other than Abdul Hamid, was waiting for the Pakistani army with his company soldiers. The Pakistan army had dangerous and powerful tanks. They were firing continually. Abdul Hamid was sitting in his jeep. So jeep is the correct answer. And he had a special gun. He aimed at the Pakistani tank. Abdul Hamid was a good shot. The Pakistani tank got hit and caught fire. It made the soldiers, the Indian soldiers, very happy. So these are the blanks and the answers are war, village, Abdul Hamid, tank, jeep, special gun, Pakistani tank and good shot. I hope you must have written the correct answers. Let us read the story further. Mr. Verma, the class teacher, is narrating the story of Abdul Hamid. So in the previous session, we had discussed the story and now we are going to continue the story further. Listen further. Now he sees another tank. Abdul Hamid fires and it bursts into flames. 4 more tanks are seen. They want to attack Abdul Hamid's company and kill him. He is their biggest enemy. They turn the guns in their tanks towards him. But before they can fire, Abdul Hamid hits the 3rd tank also. And there it goes. It has caught fire. Flames are rising high up into the sky. But alas, one shell of the enemy hits his jeep. The brave hero falls down. He is badly wounded, but he does not lose heart. He orders his soldiers, move forward, fight on. So, Abdul Hamid is waiting for the army to come near, as he is now their biggest enemy, because he was bursting their tanks, he was hitting their tanks with his bullets. And before the enemy can reach, Abdul Hamid hits the 3rd tank also. But accidentally, the tank catches fire and one of the shell of the enemy hits his jeep. And the brave hero falls down. Now he is badly wounded. But still, he wants to fight. He doesn't lose heart. He orders his soldiers to move forward to fight on. They don't want to run away. So they are determined to the action to fight against the Pakistani army. Ajit says, what a brave soldier he was. And Mr. Verma says, yes indeed. His soldiers loved him. They obeyed his orders and fought bravely. Some more tanks of the enemy were destroyed. The Pakistani soldiers got afraid and they fled away. This brave soldier of the Indian Army died for his country. He was awarded the Param Veer Chakra posthumously. His name will always be remembered by the people of his country. His village has been named Hamid after his name. So, Mr. Verma is saying that his soldiers loved him deeply. They fought bravely. They obeyed his orders. So, some more tanks of the enemy were destroyed by Abdul Hamid with his perfect shot. The Pakistani soldiers get afraid and they flew away. This brave Indian soldier died for his country. He sacrificed his life for his country. He was awarded the Param Veer Chakra after his death. His name will always be remembered by the people of his country, and his village has also been named Hamid Dham after his name. So let us do some post-reading activities. Vocabulary expansion. Given below are some words and phrases taken from the lesson. Their usage is also given. So you have to learn the new words and their usages for the better understanding of the chapter that we are discussing. The first word is towards. Towards means in the direction of. He walked towards the door. So moving in a particular direction, we say towards. The second word is obey. Obey means to carry out instructions or orders, to take orders. The children must obey to learn. Number 3 is remember, to keep someone in mind. Abdul Hamid will always be remembered by the people of India. Number 4, lose heart, to get discouraged or disappointed. Don't lose heart, keep trying. And the last word is posthumously. Posthumously means after the death of a person. His last book was published posthumously. So, these are some of the words like towards, obey, remember, lose heart and posthumously. Students, you should learn these words and their usages for a better understanding of the chapter. Let us move to next slide. So let us do some more post-reading activities, vocabulary expansions we are discussing, and you have to choose a suitable adjective for each blank. So given below are some words like crack, brave, machine, powerful and posthumous. These are some of the adjectives and you have to use these adjectives in the blank according to its suitability. So students, take some time and do this exercise. Number 1 is a dash gun. Number 2, a dash tank. Number 3, a dash shot. Number 4, a dash award. Number 5, a dash soldier. So take some time to choose a suitable adjective for each blank. The words are crack, brave, machine, powerful and posthumous. So the answers to these suitable adjectives are: number 1, a machine gun. Number 2, a powerful tank. Number 3, a crack shot. Number 4, a posthumous award. Number 5, a brave soldier. So Abdul Hamid was having a machine gun and he was firing at the powerful tanks that were quite powerful and dangerous, and he was a crack shot, and he was awarded Paramveer Chakra posthumously. So Paramveer Chakra posthumously, and he was the brave Indian soldier. I hope you must have answered them correctly. Let us do some more exercises. Here are some more post-reading activities. Answer the following questions. The options are given and you have to select a suitable option for these questions. Question number 1. Abdul Hamid was a brave dash soldier. Option A, Indian. Option B, Pakistani. Option C, Chinese. Question number 2. What kind of tanks did the Pakistan Army have? So, option A is modern tanks. Option B, pattern. Option C, steel. So, you have to find the correct option. What kind of tanks did the Pakistan Army have? Question number 3. Abdul Hamid had a special dash. So he was having a special sword, option A, or special tank, or option C, special gun. Question number 4. Abdul Hamid was awarded dash for his bravery. So which award was he awarded for his bravery? Option A, Bharat Ratna. Option B, Paramveer Chakra. Option C, Padam Shri. So these are some options and questions with whom you have to find a suitable answer. So let us discuss the answers. Abdul Hamid was a brave Indian soldier. And what kind of tanks did the Pakistan Army have? Pakistan Army had pattern tanks. Abdul Hamid had a special dash. So Abdul Hamid was having a special gun. Abdul Hamid was awarded Paramveer Chakra for his bravery. So students, according to me, I think you must have answered all the questions correctly because you have understood the chapter properly and you all are enjoying doing these activities. So let us do some true and false statements. Below are given some statements and you have to answer whether the statements are true if it is correct. If they are not correct, you will write false. So true for the correct statement and false for the wrong statement. The first statement says, the Pakistani Army had special guns. So you have to tell whether the Pakistani Army was having special guns or not. Is the statement correct or the statement is wrong? If it is correct, then you will write true, and if it is wrong, then you will write false. The second statement says, Abdul Hamid was destroying Pakistani tanks. So was Abdul Hamid destroying the Pakistani tanks? You have to find. Number 3, he was their biggest enemy. So who was their biggest enemy? So whether the statement is correct or incorrect, you have to find the answer. Number 4, how was Abdul Hamid wounded? So Abdul Hamid was wounded because a bullet hit him. So how was he wounded? You have to tell whether this statement is correct, he was wounded because of a bullet, or the statement is false. Number 5, Abdul Hamid ordered his soldiers to march forward. So in spite of that he got wounded, he still wants his soldiers to march forward or to flee away. So you have to find the answer. Number 6, the Indian soldiers got disappointed. Number 7, the Pakistani soldiers fled away from the field. So did the Pakistani soldiers fled away from the field or not? You have to tell. Number 8, Abdul Hamid's village was named Hamid village. So what was the name given to his village? Whether the name was given Hamid village or some other. So you have to find these statements and write true or false accordingly. So take some time and think the correct answers. So here are the answers. The Pakistani army had special guns. This statement is false. So Abdul Hamid was the person who was having a special gun. Number 2, Abdul Hamid was destroying Pakistani tanks. Yes, the statement is true. It was Abdul Hamid only who with his command on shots was destroying the Pakistani tanks. Number 3, he was their biggest enemy. This statement is also true. Because he was a crack shot, he was their biggest enemy. Number 4, Abdul Hamid was wounded because a bullet hit him. Yes, this statement is false. So Abdul Hamid was wounded because a bullet hit him is the statement false. Abdul Hamid ordered his soldiers to march forward. Though he was wounded, still he wanted his soldiers to march forward. This statement is true. Number 6, the Indian soldiers got disappointed. This statement is false. The Indian soldiers were delighted on seeing the Pakistani tanks being bursted. Number 7, the Pakistani soldiers fled away from the field. This statement is true. Number 8, Abdul Hamid's village was named Hamid village. This statement is false. The name of Abdul Hamid's village was not Hamid village, it was Hamid Dham. So Hamid Dham is the correct answer and Hamid village is the false option. So students, you must have answered the questions correctly. Let us do another activity, learning to read and comprehend. Complete the following sentences. So you have to join the two statements and you have to complete these sentences. The first part of the statement is given above and the rest is given below. So option 1 says, Abdul Hamid was awarded dash. One shell of the enemy hit dash. The Pakistani army had got dash. Abdul Hamid died fighting for dash. Number 5, the war between India and Pakistan dash. And the options are Patton tanks was fought in 1965, Paramveer Chakra for his bravery, his country in the Khemkaran sector, Abdul Hamid while he was destroying the enemy tanks. So the second part of the sentences are given below and you have to complete these sentences. You have to join the sentences and make a correct sentence from these. So take some time to ponder over these questions and I'm sure you are going to answer them correctly this time also. So, let us find the answers. Number 1. Abdul Hamid was awarded Paramveer Chakra for his bravery. So, the statement says that Abdul Hamid was awarded Paramveer Chakra for his bravery in the Indo-Pakistan War of 1965. So, the correct option is Paramveer Chakra for his bravery. Number 2. One shell of the enemy hit Abdul Hamid while he was destroying the enemy tanks. So yes, one shell of the enemy hit Abdul Hamid while he was destroying the enemy tanks. Number 3. The Pakistani army had got dash. So Pakistani army had got Patton tanks. Number 4. Abdul Hamid died fighting for his country in the Khemkaran sector. So the fight was going in the Khemkaran sector in a village that was on the border. The name of the village was Chima. So Abdul Hamid died fighting for his country in the Khemkaran sector. Number 5. The war between India and Pakistan was fought in 1965. So the war in which the hero was Abdul Hamid and the war was fought between India and Pakistan in 1965. So these are the correct answers. I hope you all must have answered them correctly. So another last activity is learning to write. Relate in your own words the story of Abdul Hamid. You can use the following mind map. So after discussing the story of Abdul Hamid in detail, I hope it must be easy for you to make your own story using the following mind map. You have been given some hints so that you can use those hints and make your own story of Abdul Hamid. So the options are: Abdul Hamid was an Indian soldier, then he got Paramveer Chakra. Number 3, he sacrificed his life for his country. Number 4, he destroyed Pakistani tanks with his bullets. Number 5, he fought in the war of 1965 and the war was between India and Pakistan. And the last option is that Abdul Hamid was a very brave Indian soldier. So using these options, Indian soldier, Paramveer Chakra, sacrificed his life, destroyed Pakistani tanks, fought in war, very brave, you can use these words and make your own story of Abdul Hamid. So after discussing the story in detail, so students, it is an easy task for you. So take some time and write your own story, and yes, you can do it. So students, this was the presentation given by me. I am Pushpdeep Karlote, lecturer in English, Government Girls Senior Secondary Smart School, Faridkot, Punjab. So we had discussed the chapter of Abdul Hamid, and you all must be aware of Abdul Hamid, who was a great Indian soldier and who sacrificed his life in the Indo-Pakistan War of 1965. So this is an initiative by Department of School Education, Punjab. Padho Punjab, Padhao Punjab.